Okay, we are good. Yeah, so if you grow up like me, where you are programmed to look at the material and the tangible, and when you understand money, you find your mind quickly goes to things. Yeah, what can be bought, what can be accumulated with money. But at the end of the day, what ideally all human beings are constantly seeking, or what we are all constantly seeking, is summarized into 6 big buckets. And I like these buckets as structured by Tony Robbins, where he says that the human needs are categorized in these 6 buckets. Anytime we find that we desire money, it's because we want to either fulfill one of these 6 buckets. And let's look at them. One is the need for certainty, to feel in control, to know what's coming next. We feel secure. And most importantly, you find, especially I can see quite a number of women here, you find you're more settled when you know your kitchen is right. There'll be food. People are gonna eat. Yeah, so you don't want the stress and the pain that comes with uncertainty. So the need for certainty. That is one reason why, one of our human needs, and why we seek money. Then we have the need for uncertainty. Because when you find that you can more or less figure out everything, eventually it becomes boring. It becomes boring to know where things are starting and where they're going. So you begin seeking uncertainty. And that's what makes us take some form of risk or another, yeah, in the name of looking for more money, yeah? So we begin looking for what we call surprises, yeah? And if I ask all of you here, do you love surprises? Majority will say yes, but no. You like the surprises that you love, the things that makes you happy, yeah? So that looking for surprises, looking for challenges, moving out of comfort zone, the need for uncertainty. Then the third need is the need for significance. That feeling of I'm important, I'm needed, I'm appreciated, I mean something. On Saturday, I was in a forum with my daughter, mother-daughter seminar, and somebody mentioned something that every human being needs a standing ovation at some point in life, whether it's even a standing ovation with your family or with your friends. Every human being has a need to feel significant. Yeah, so that need makes us spend money, look for money, so that I can feel I'm relevant, feel special and unique. Then the need for love and connection, which is is usually called love and connection is the oxygen of life. Yeah, to feel a sense of connection. It can be a sense of connection with God, that belief in God, that prayer, the need for intimacy and friendship, and appreciating even just nature, yeah? You want to feel you belong to something. But lastly, the last 2 needs, the need for growth and the need for contribution. Yeah, the need to stand out of the crowd. That's why we go doing those extra papers. We want to promotion. We are looking to excel. And money can fuel a lot of growth, both in business and for you as an individual. And there's nothing more significant as growing and giving. So these 2 needs are ideally the needs of the spirit. So what happens? Everyone's top two of these different needs are what are the driving force behind what you do with the money you have, or with the money you're looking for, the money you desire. When you know which needs you value the most, you can better understand the choices you make, as well as your emotion patterns. What draws you down when you find you're not maybe yourself is because of these 6 needs, there are some top 2 that are not being met. So what happens? Sometimes we don't know what exactly we are looking for. The day just starts. We are just on this pace, this rat race, yeah? We can't identify ourselves in anything. We don't know which need takes priority. But most importantly is when you begin to marry your needs with journaling, what does it do? It brings it out clearly. What is it that I am after? What am I building? And whatever it is I am building, what is it for? Am I looking for wealth to feel certain and secure? And that's what we call financial security. Or am I chasing wealth to feel special and unique, focusing on what other people think, the outside world, and what they think about me, where they have placed me? Or am I looking for a sense of contribution? I want to do things for others in a way I've never done before. Or maybe it's all of them. Identify yourself. And I'll give you that homework as we go along. Identify yourself on what are the 2 top needs that drive your money behavior. And for those of you who have the journal, I'll tell you what part of this journal you need to use for this purpose. But the ultimate significance is not something external, it's something very internal. And that's why we keep saying that money is a very inner game. It's not the outside, yeah? The outside game. It's a very inner dynamic, because that is what matters. And as we go along, I'm sure by the time you leave, you'll be saying the same thing, yeah? So the ultimate significance in life comes from something does not come from something external, but something internal. It comes from a sense of esteem of self, which is not something we can ever get from someone else. So to understand the why behind my internal drive, what drives me and the money that I desire to do the things that I do. So explore where you are today. So while money is an extraordinary vehicle to meet many of our 6 needs, when you are pursuing it, don't forget, why am I pursuing it? There is an emotional and a psychological desire underneath that need. For you to unearth that emotional, you may wonder, what does emotion has to do with money? Yeah? For you to unearth that emotional process, it requires that you remove that which is in your head. And there's a connection between the brain and the hand. And that's why the journaling, even that we encourage you to write, not to type. Not to type maybe on the phone, and the experience is not the same. Yeah? So ask yourself, ask yourself why you have not, why haven't I? And here I'm going to unearth the power of emotion. Yeah? Why haven't you achieved those things that you've always wanted to achieve, which have remained in your head? Every day you wake up with all these ideas, but they remain there. You talk yourself out of them. You come out, and again, You go back to those ideas. Maybe you go and ask a family member, your husband, your wife, they talk you out of it and they become the blame game why you're not achieving what you're achieving, what you feel you're supposed to be achieving. I'll pause a bit. We just each go inside and ask ourselves, why am I not achieving the things I'm supposed to be achieving? Why is money elusive? And here our focus more is on money because this is a money talk. There may be other things you've not achieved, but here on the money front, why are you not achieving those things that you desire? And even I know if I was to unmute everyone and we make it a discussion, which we will not because of time, you'll find that the answers go around things like I didn't have enough time, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the money, I don't have the technology, or there's COVID, I don't have the right manager. All these a claim to the missing resources that we may not have. Yeah. But then the defining factor is not the resources, but the resourcefulness. And one of the resourcefulness is the power of emotion. There are emotions that block people's ability and intellect and capacity. And what happens when you remove whatever it is that you have in your head and document, it already helps you to combat those negative and blocking emotions that makes us not do the things that we desire to do. Yeah. So if we get it right on the emotional front, we can get ourselves to do anything. And you can attest to it. How many things when your emotions are right, you've been able to achieve? So what journaling does, and I'll just go, if you have your journal, you can just open it, yeah? What journaling does, journaling makes self-talk, is that it's like thinking aloud. It is a way of structuring your conversation with yourself. And properly executed, your journal becomes a psychological mirror showing you who you are, what you are capable of becoming. So you remove that thing from your head and you put it on paper, and when you look at it and read it, it's more actualized in your head. So you remove it from your head, put it on paper, and when you read it, you place it back in your head, and it's a very different messaging. And it makes your conscious, you conscious of your inner dialogues. You can be able to separate what are those blocking emotions that makes me not do the things I desire to do. What are the positive emotions that I should encourage so that I explore my inner dynamics? So it's a tool of mindfulness. It makes you more aware, or even more aware of your highest ideals. It awakens your inner magician. So it may look like an easy process. I remember how I did my journaling. I didn't do it as structured as I've put it here in this book. I don't know how many books. These are just the ones that are here. Yeah. I have quite a number of them. Yeah? I had a journal for my creative flow. Yeah, I had a journal for my gratitude. I have a journal. Yeah, I have quite a number of them. That's how I did my journaling. This one is more structured and guided, and you more or less get direction on what you're doing. So the power of the emotion connected to money. So what happens? You know the source of money. Money comes from within us. And